freaking me out here, man. Oh yeah, I have no clue. Shut. What? Is this the Jeep Dash?
Yep.
I do not have a clue.
I know you didn't have a clue
Oh my
on
gosh, yes! Are you serious? I got car parts
that. I was texting the guys, I'm like,
for Christmas?
I go, how many of you guys got your wife car parts for Christmas?
Oh my god, look at this! Can I rip it open? Well,
Yeah.
too late.
Yeah, too late, it's open.
Oh my gosh, no way! Oh my god, I can't get out fast enough. Can we put it on tonight? Just kidding, I'm so tired. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. I had an off-the-wall thought of what you got me. It was not car parts. Yes. Look at how pretty it looks under the tree. We can decorate the tree with Jeep parts. Oh, hi guys. I'm just reading up on the MojitoJeep and Motor Trend being SUV of the year. I'm just reading their article and it's everything we agree on. So we're gonna piggyback off this article and tell you about some of our favorite things about our MojitoJeep. James, are you ready?
Let's go, wifey. Oh, you got the magazine?
Check out this article.
Nope.
So cool.
That's pretty cool, right there on the cover. We got the MojitoJeep, although it's got tan interior. First thing I did want to mention though, in the Motor Trend magazine, with it being the SUV of the year, is how many vehicles it's actually up against. And some of the vehicles that are on the list, I mean, you got a Mercedes, you got Acura, Cadillac, BMW, Subaru, I mean, all Jaguar. So you've got some really, really highly qualified SUVs.
Respectable. They're respectable
yeah.
SUVs and they're great SUVs. Finding out that the MojitoJeep is SUV of the year, according to Motor Trend's article, is such an honor, and especially up against such respectable vehicles.
What I would say is, we completely agree. Vehicles like the Range Rover were also on this list.
Well, it was on our list. Like, I wanted the Evoque, and James was like,
I talked her out of
telling me why I should have the Wrangler, and
the Evoque is a nice car.
It's very nice.
Range Rovers are nice. I was worried about it when it's out of warranty, having to do service and things like that on it. I know Jeeps are a lot easier to work on, but I also knew it was going to be a lot more fun, and that once she was actually in it, she would love it, and it's true.
it's just more versatile, and he is absolutely correct. This is probably why it's Motor Trend's SUV of the year,
Yes,
because it is so versatile. So let's talk about what we like.
No, we're not gonna do it. We'll just keep hanging out. We'll keep dragging you out. We're gonna just BS for a little bit. Let's talk about the Grinch.
As I was reading Motor Trend's article, I couldn't agree more with how difficult it is to update an iconic vehicle. But the Wrangler, like Jeep, they nailed it, and they explained that in the article. They kept certain iconic things on the Jeep that make it recognizable. You look at the car and you're like, oh, it's new, but what's new about it? There isn't this whole complete design that has changed and makes it unrecognizable, or you're just questioning like, oh, is that a Wrangler? Like, what is that? It's very difficult to update any vehicle or Jeep and keep the iconic look, as well as pleasing the people buying the car. So Jeep did a very good job of keeping the removable top as well as the removable doors. They kept the 7-slot grille, which is how they brand their cars. That you see that coming by in your rear view and you know it's a Jeep. What's changed about some of the iconic features is that in the 7-slot grille, the circle headlights cut into the slot a little bit. It's a subtle change, but it doesn't ruin the branding of the 7-slot grille. It just enhanced it and made it appealing. Even though they've had square taillights, there's a subtle change in the JL's square taillights, which make it unique. And people that know Jeep see it on the street and they're like, that's a JL. And they can decipher between the JK and the JL just by these subtle changes. It looks newer, possibly more modern, without making a huge change and having a lot of fans start to dislike what they're doing with the Jeep. One other car or brand that I know of that does this very well, where they have this iconic look, and over time there's a progression of change, but it looks still pretty much the same as the 911. And I mean, you look at a 911 on the road, you always know it's a 911, even with subtle changes. You're just looking at that thinking, oh, that must be a newer one because of this. But a 911 is a 911, just like a Jeep is a Jeep. I want to show you a few little touches that are, again, subtle, and I think that's kind of like our topic with this, but yet they make a difference on the Jeep, and they make it a Jeep. Like, for instance, they have all these little Jeeps printed on things, like on the rims. These are our stock rims, and look, there's a Jeep, which we actually, since we did change out the rims, we want to put these Jeeps on our rims because, actually, I should say I want to. James wants to too, but I'm like adamant about it because I want these simple touches on the Jeep. Another little touch that I love is the 7-slot grill right here on the tail light. It's right there, the 7-slot grill, which is just a little simple touch that I just love. There are some other small subtle touches on the Jeep. For instance, when you turn on your Jeep in the dash cluster, there is a Jeep that's cruising down some rugged terrain around the perimeter of your screen, which looks so cool. Another Jeep that we found located here on the windshield. And of course, I love Jurassic Park, so we took everyone's idea and added a T-Rex in there, but there's a Jeep right there. I love the little flip-flops on the cowl. Another simple but iconic touch. One of my favorite things are the iconic touches. James, what is one of your favorite things?
Obviously, one of our favorite options on the JL Wranglers is the Mojito green color. That was the final selling point for us. As soon as we saw this green, we knew we had to have it. We jumped on ordering it because we were afraid that they were going to discontinue it for 2019. Besides the color and all the awesome color options that Jeep has for the JL, one of our favorite things and one of the selling points I sold Kim on with switching her from the Range Rover over to the Wrangler is how much we can do to this Jeep to make it ours. You could drive down the road and you will not see any two Jeeps that are the same. We've just begun to scratch the surface with some wheels. We had some fun for Christmas. You can see the lights. I hope you watched our Grinch video. But, you know, even everything from changing down to the shorty antenna to floor mat options. I think there's 5 different companies making floor mats for this thing already. To bumpers, lift kits. I mean, I'm researching every single day about what I can do next. I've got a pile of parts waiting to go on it. We got the Flowmaster exhaust. You know, you get a bunch of different exhaust options, intake options, turbo kits, superchargers.
Light bars.
Light bars. Thanks, Kim. Everything you could possibly do, whether you are into building a show Jeep, a mall crawler, as they would call it. I mean, I got 20-inch wheels, so apparently this Jeep's never going off-road. Anything you could possibly imagine, you can do to these Jeeps. The JL is only in its first year, just coming into 2019, and the parts are just rolling out like crazy every day. And what's really cool is I've been in the car scene a long time. I've done Corvettes, Porsches, Mustangs,
Probes.
I never drove.
GT Ford Probe.
I never drove a Probe. Okay, maybe I did. Let's forget about that. But what's so cool is these parts are reasonable. You know, the pricing, you're not paying an arm and a leg. We used to call it the Corvette tax. If you're buying parts for the Corvette and exhaust, you know, that's half the length of other vehicles, was $1,500, $2,000 for a Corvette. These exhausts for these Jeeps are $300-$400. So to me, it's much more reasonable to make this thing my own, make it the way Kim and I want it. That's definitely at the top of our list of why the Jeep is the SUV of the year and why we love this thing so much. How
can you talk about a Jeep Wrangler without talking about its removable top? This is unlike any other experience I've had. Once again, yes, I've had panorama moonroofs, and those are incredible, no doubt. But being able to take the entire roof off, it's even different, which is what's so weird. It's different from a convertible. It's so different. And people think it's the same, but it actually is not. It's totally different, and there's so many options. With the subtle changes that they made, they have kept the hard top for those that, like us, that wanted the hard top option. They also still have the soft top, and they discussed how much easier it is to take that down and take the windows out. They also have now this top called the Sky, which is a push button top that rolls back, and then you pop the windows out. So again, versatility amongst the desires of the Jeep owner with the different types of roofs. And these are all at your hands before you buy, like right when you buy the Jeep. Another one of our favorite things and what swayed me from getting the Evoque to getting the Wrangler was the interior. And it's unfortunate that there are some people out there, they just have this false idea of what the Jeep is like, but this Jeep is luxurious. Jeep has done such a nice job designing this vehicle that it suits the needs of all these versatile drivers. Again, with this luxurious interior, people are sitting in here cozy with heated seats, heating steering wheel. When James and I drive this with the roof off in 30-degree weather, we're sweating to death because the heat blasting out of the vents is so warm. The heat on the steering wheel and the heat in the seats keeps us so warm that we can enjoy what a Jeep is even in 30-degree Chicago weather. The leather seats are so cozy that people that want this for more of a mall crawling, luxurious car, they feel that when they're inside the Jeep, but then on the outer shell, it looks rugged and mean and tough, but yet still cool. I wanted to show you one more of my favorite interior pieces, which is this Alpine sound system. It comes with a subwoofer. We chose the 8-inch screen, it's touch screen option, and it's just fabulous. Sound level for this system is excellent. Tops off, doors off, we still hear the music, and it's great. One of the features we love is that you can touch all these little options down here, and you can, change your media options. The climate is nice because you can just touch and do your steering wheel and your heated seats, some apps, all kinds of controls. I mean, here's another option for your heated seats and your cold weather package, I believe is what it's called. Your navigation and your phone. So with a simple touch of the screen, everything is very accessible at ease.
The bottom line for us with the Jeep Wrangler, specifically the JL, is that there aren't any other vehicles out there, in my opinion, that can offer this level of fun. We've only had this thing a few short months. We're new to the Jeep world, but we have had so much fun. We've met so many great people through Instagram and doing YouTube videos. It's just fun. We enjoy being in it. We had fun doing this photo shoot with the tree on the roof and decking it out. And people get so into decorating their vehicles for the different holidays. It's so capable. You can take it from going off-roading and getting it muddy and dirty, and like we just did, clean it up, do a fun photo shoot with it like we did for the Grinch. I can't express how fun this vehicle is, being able to take the doors off and the top off. And
another part that I read in Motor Trend was they were discussing that fun factor as well. How they've changed some things and made it luxurious, but the people that are driving it on the rugged terrain, they feel the capabilities. And how it still has the capabilities to drive on those terrains even better than ever. So people are so pleased on the terrain, especially with the sway bar that disconnects. They were discussing on our Rubicon, how they have the sway bar disconnect and all those fun things, which I know you mentioned earlier that we have these awesome cars and we're not gonna be on the terrain, but we are. That's why we kept our stock wheels. So just saying.
It's just fun. There's no way to explain to you in a video how much fun it is to just be able to do stuff with it. Not be afraid to get it dirty. Not be afraid to go take it off-roading. And it be super capable. I just can't explain it. If you haven't driven one, head on over to your closest Jeep dealer right now and just take one for a test drive. They ride and drive nice while being fun. That's all I can say. The last thing is the Jeep community. I've said it earlier a little bit, but I've grown up around Corvettes and had some Mustangs. Yeah, I made that mistake. The Jeep community is on par and almost, I might even say, exceeds the Mustang community, which is a huge community. But there's just so many good, fun people that are doing everything, modifying it. They're willing to offer to help you out. As you saw, I got Kim the new red dash for the MojitoJeep for Christmas, and I've already had nice product placement.
Look, I could put your face in the hole.
But as soon as I started talking about doing it and getting it for the Jeep, Our friend Awesome Blue JL on Instagram hit me up. He said, I just did it on mine. I've got some pointers, some tips for you. He's like, here's my number. Contact me when you're ready to do it, which we're gonna be doing the install. That will most likely be our next video. But he jumped in and was like, let me help you. You know, I can give you some pointers. I've done it, I've been there.
Which just goes to show you how much fun this Jeep is and how much fun people are having with the Jeep, that they can't even contain themselves. They go out of their way to help you with everything that you're doing.
We love you, Jeep community. So stay tuned. Our next video most likely will be installing that red dash. So we're gonna get that put on. Ben beat us to getting it on there. We're gonna show you the full step-by-step video on how to install it so that you can do it properly on yours, whether you wanna take yours off to wrap it or paint it, or if you wanna swap the Rubicon red dash on there.
And we wanna thank you guys. We have 3,000 subscribers. But thank you for those that have subscribed. Get other people to subscribe. Get other people to subscribe to. Subscribe. Can you encourage other people to subscribe to the MojitoJeep page, as well as share our videos and like and comment? Thanks.
Stay tuned, because I may have to put some outtakes at the end here.
Oh, everyone's so excited about this fun car that they can't wait to help you.
Stop saying car!
Oh, okay, wait. Ready?
Yeah.
Which just goes to show you how much fun this car is and how...
Just yelled it. She won't stop calling the Jeep a car. We've had to cut like 80 times because she calls it a car. It's not a car. It's the Motor Trend SUV of the year, not a car.